Hey, just going to do a quick video covering some basic controls and things for World of Warships, because there's some things that I didn't sort of work out until a while in, so I figure if anyone jumps in they can be using these straight away. Going to start off completely basic, like your movement is obviously going to be W and S. If you look in the bottom left, you can see full, stop, quarter, half, three quarters, full. That is your engine power, basically. So if I press W once, it's going to go on to a quarter. If I press it again, it's going to go half. If I press it again, it'll go three quarters, and again full speed. So this is full power now, and we'll eventually get to the top speed of the ship. If you press S, go back to stop. The full below stop is full reverse. Thing to bear in mind when you are reversing is it's very slow, and if you're reversing, it means you probably ended up hitting an island. Now I'm turning the ship here with A and D, obviously, and you can see just above the ammunition in the bottom middle of the screen there's a bar showing max, half and 0. That is the position of your rudder. As soon as it moves from 0, you are moving, you're turning the ship. So you can do that with tiny increments with A and D. If you're going to be turning for a little while, you can use Q and E. So Q would notch it up to maximum. You can do half if you want, or you can put it back to center, and E does the same thing. So yeah, that is the basic movements of the ships. So it could be good to know. The next thing would be the ship icon in the bottom left and the health bar. So the big blue or green, mint green ship is basically your health bar. When that's empty, you're dead. It will change colour based on the severity and all that. If you catch fire, there'll be a little fire icon over that ship, and then you need to press R to dispatch the damage control people, and they'll put that fire out. Below the health bar, you have your actual health points, which I guess it's nice to know. And then below that, you've got the compass with the ship in it, and you can see all the turrets on the ship. They're numbered 1 through 6, but the numbers are so small that they aren't really useful. But you'll see that some of them are lime green, mint green, and some of them are orange. Now the mint green ones are, I'm just going to call it green. Yeah, the green ones are able to fire, and the orange ones are not able to fire. So if I zoom out on the ship and somehow try and look above it, hopefully you can see, they're not in line, they're all messed up. That's because they've turned to their maximums and they cannot go anymore, and they cannot get onto the line of fire. When you want to use all of them, you will need to turn your ship so that they can all aim at the same spot at the same time. So yeah, that's those. If you see at the top of the screen, you've got lots of little shapes. Basically, the shapes with one line across the middle are cruisers. The triangles are destroyers. The ones with 2 lines are battleships. And there is one with a line straight down the center that is a aircraft carrier, but there aren't any in this game, so I'll find the icon for that and put a picture up. The next thing would be minimap controls, and if you play World of Tanks you probably know this. You can change the size of the minimap with the number pad plus and minus. So I always have mine on the biggest so you can see, otherwise it's really small. Yeah. Next thing would be if you press shift, you go into your gun sight. Now from here, if you line up a ship with the bottom of your sight there, that is the correct range to be shooting. So you don't need to be aiming up here, you don't need to be aiming up there or down there. You aim like this, and then you need to lead your shots, and there is nothing to direct you for that in the game. You'll have to fire a test shot, which maybe I'll be able to do later. There's nothing really near us at the moment. Saying that, yeah, no, he's out of range. Yeah, you'll have to sort of gauge your lead for yourself. Next thing to do with the gun sight would be the more info. You can get this outside as well. I'm popping it up there. You do that by pressing Alt, and it shows the ship's health around you. If you look to the left of the crosshair, you can see 0.34 seconds. That's how long it's going to take these shells to hit. So if I aim over here, it's going to take them 8.5 seconds basically to get to that island. And that island, as you can see on the right, is 14.9 kilometers away. So that's handy to have if you're, say for example, you want to know if a ship comes round this corner here, is he going to be in range of me? No. So yeah. Next thing I guess would be the ammunition down the bottom. The first one is high explosives, and you want to use that on lightly armoured targets, so destroyers and maybe cruisers, and aircraft carriers, that's the ones. The AP you want to use on heavily armoured targets. You can over-penetrate, so you need to be aware of that. That is what will happen if you use AP against a destroyer. That's missed. This is trouble with destroyers, they're very manoeuvrable. I have them all. Right, the types of fire. If you click once, you'll fire one cannon. If you hold your mouse button, you will shoot them all in what's the word? In sequence. So you shoot from the front right through to the rear. They'll go one after the other. If you double click, everything will shoot all at the same time. So I can only shoot with one cannon at the moment, so there's not really much point in doing that. Yeah. To the right of the shell types down the bottom, there is R&T. The R is the repair crew. So if you are taking on water, if you've got flooding, or you are on fire, you can use those to put the fire out or repair the hole in the hull or whatever. And the T is a ship health regeneration thing. So best to use that pretty quick, really. I mean, it's got a cooldown on it. I'm not sure what the cooldown is. Same for the repair crew. I usually just spam it when I need it, and if it works, it works. So yeah, that's those. Just above all that, you can see the cannons status. So if they're green, they're loaded, and they are able to fire. They're all on target, basically. Yeah, so that's all that. Now you can lock your turrets in position if you press Control and X. Okay, they are now fixed on relative, as you can see it's popped up in the screen. Now if I turn my ship, they will not move relative to the ship. They will stay locked to the ship, basically. So that's handy if you want to keep them facing one direction while you're travelling. And you can do Shift and X. Say I wanted to lock it on the edge of this island in case your ship comes round. Now as I get further past this island, my guns will rotate to keep aiming at that edge of the island, that sector. So yeah, that's that. I think that's actually everything. Yeah, I didn't really do much in that game. There you go. Hopefully that will help if anyone does start playing. I hope someone does, because that would be fun. It's seems to be a game that would be good to team up on, rather than World of Tanks, where you can get split up easily because it's a big city map and all that, or whatever. These ones you can seemingly really stick together. So yeah, see you later.